What makes Sofia Coppola such a talent? Who can prove Michael Jackson is innocent? How much more gay can television get? And where are these antlers going to end up?
Hello, and thanks for joining me for Mondo Thingo, where we take entertainment seriously. Every week we'll be searching the world for celebrity news, music, films, and the pop culture essentials that I think make conversations worth having. We've got plenty to get through tonight, so why don't we start by finding out what all those hard-working celebrities have been up to.
OK, here we go, people.
Tough times for Michael Jackson. Rumours of bankruptcy. His little sister Janet has shamed the family. He still can't get that nose quite right, and now there's a second accusation of child abuse. So it must be comforting for Jackson to know he has the support of psychic and spoonbender Uri Geller.
Of course, these latest accusations are enormously strenuous to him. I'm sure he's under incredible pressures.
Geller is a close friend, which means he somehow convinced Michael he's only 11 years old. But Geller admits that he once crossed the line.
I did something highly unethical. I actually asked him about those allegations, and under hypnosis, he confirmed to me that nothing of the nature happened, that he was totally innocent.
Well, obviously someone who has no respect for cutlery isn't going to worry about the ethics of hypnotism.
Yeah.
Celebrity is a very fickle thing. This is the 2004 Sundance Film Festival, where young actor Gael Garcia Bernal is promoting his new film, The Motorcycle Diaries, which is a Che Guevara biopic. The film's been well received, the director's talking him up.
He is one of the most gifted actors I've ever worked with.
And the press is clamouring for an interview. He's a star. But look what happens when a bigger star enters his orbit. The cameraman just can't resist the gravitational pull. Let's hope some scantily clad starlet doesn't walk through Robert Redford's shot.
We've got 16 people. Each week I give them a task. It's a business task and a tough one. And we're going to find out who's going to be the smartest, who's the most streetwise, and who can make money.
The Apprentice is a new US reality series featuring New York billionaire Donald Trump, and dreamed up by English creator of Survivor, Mark Burnett.
What we have here is a 13-week televised job interview.
Sounds like fun. The contestants are fighting it out for an ulcer, hypertension, and a one-year $250,000 job as president of one of Donald Trump's many companies.
I'm a competitor. I mean, I have been competing since I was 12 years old, and this is an opportunity to compete, and it's a worthy prize.
She's scary. Trump himself was an executive producer on the show, and amid all the clawing and the backstabbing, he can see nothing but happy endings.
Millions of people are going to be watching, so probably the ones that get fired are going to get great jobs also.
Just don't ask them to do the photocopying. Gay characters on television used to be about as scarce as Eminem fans at a Liza Minnelli concert, but not any... auto cue has stopped. George, the auto cue stopped.
Yes, sorry about that, Amanda. There is a spelling mistake on the auto cue. We've spelt Minnelli with just one N. So we'd like you to do that bit again, only this time say Minnelli with two N's.
Minnelli.
Beautiful. Wow. You really are. OK, everybody, places, please. We're going again in 3, 2...
Gay characters on television used to be about as scarce as Eminem fans at a Liza Minnelli concert. But not anymore. They're popping up all over the place. In its first week back, Queer Eye beat the pants off Friends, with an Australian version on the way. And it seems like the only show that hasn't thought about a gay theme is Songs of Praise. So how did TV decide it's OK to be gay? Well, put your feet up on a nice, comfortable puff and we'll find out.
Oh, if at the end you want them to cheer, keep it gay, keep it gay, keep it gay.
Turn on your telly any time over the past year and you will have noticed something. Gay men telling straight men how to zhuzh. Gay women picking up, gay men being dropped. Straight women crying to gay men after straight men with hair that could definitely be improved by gay men have dropped them. 3 decades after the first ever Sydney Mardi Gras, Australian television has come out, and in 2004 it's only going to get gayer. Advertisers are craving the pink dollar so much that they're clamouring to have a bunch of bossy queens endorse their products in prime time.
Oh my God, you look amazing. What do you think? Doesn't he look great?
So does gay now automatically mean ratings gold? Tim Klukas bought Queer Eye for the Straight Guy for Australian Network 10 and is currently in charge of producing a local version.
There's not a show on Channel 10 that has ever suffered because there were gay people in it. You know, gay people are in society, gay people are on television. It's a simple fact.
But it wasn't until the American success of Will and Grace that high camp and high audience figures really hopped into bed together. It was only on cable, where viewers pay for more choice and less censorship, that America could finally satisfy its same-sex curiosity. Queer as Folk became Sex and the City with Stubble. And 6 Feet Under's David and Keith faced the same sort of problems as any other couple. In Australia, however, these themes go free to air.
I've got no idea why women want to lock themselves up in a nunnery in this day and age.
Tammy McIntosh plays Charlotte, a lesbian doctor in Channel 7's popular primetime drama series, All Saints.
Charlotte fits into the story at All Saints, not so much as someone who presses the fact that she's gay, but that she just is.
My name is Charlotte, and I'm a lesbian.
As audiences are becoming more comfortable with the L word, along comes the L word, US cable network Showtime's big-budget, high-profile drama about lesbians, which is coming to Australia later this year. But more screen time doesn't necessarily mean more acceptance.
Representations of lesbians is always fraught because of the very simple reason that straight guys get turned on by the thought of 2 women having sex.
Tim Benzie writes about arts and TV for gay street paper The Sydney Star Observer.
So you have shows like The L Word, which is starting soon.
Is what today? The Insemination.
It's with 5 completely gorgeous women in stiletto heels and long hair and nails. You know, seriously, a show about lesbians, they've all got really long nails. Okay, can we do the math here? Someone.
And then there's reality TV.
There appears to be a greater preponderance of gay people on television now because there's more reality programs around where we have the right to dig into their lives. In fact, the audience wants to know everything about them.
From Queer Eye to The Block, it's reality shows that are bringing gay people into the suburban sitting room, making gay every day.
Warren is my top priority, and I'm his top priority.
In Big Brother, Johnny Cass became Australia's first out and proud reality star.
If people want to see me as Johnny the gay guy, that's up to them, but I'm Johnny and there's a lot more to me than just my sexuality.
But as the series progressed, he was dubbed Johnny Rotten, sparking allegations of homophobia.
I definitely don't think Johnny Rotten was homophobic. I just think that it was a bit of a shame that the character they created was also happened to be gay as well.
In contrast, the Queer Eye guys are the heroes, saving the day for their hilariously clueless and scruffy hetero brethren.
The thing about the hopeless straight men on Queer Eye for the Straight Guy that isn't typical of your average jobbo is that he actually wants 5 gay strangers to come into his house and be filmed, telling him that he's got bad hair. That wouldn't have happened 10 years ago.
And just when you thought that reality TV couldn't wave the rainbow flag any harder, along comes Boy Meets Boy, a dating show where the bachelor has to figure out whether the winsome lads vying for his affections are even on the same team.
It was really funny. Cheers, cheers. I probably have a better chance having a date with someone in the house than I do with the leading man.
So as personalities come out and talks happen, there might be some sparks, there might not be, we'll see.
But we really have reached a point where we no longer have to have in Australian drama the one-off gay episode where, you know, Uncle Morty's cousin comes to visit and they discover he's gay and they have a big stress about it, and by the end they think he's okay and he's never heard or spoken of again. Thank God, you know, we've moved past that.
And now Mondo Lingo, providing the must-have words for your vocabulary. This week, wardrobe malfunction. A term coined after the recent Super Bowl as a euphemism for Janet Jackson's mistaken belief that America's premier sporting event would be improved by the addition of her right breast, easily confused with intelligence malfunction, which led to the invasion of Iraq.
The phrase wardrobe malfunction actually first appeared in Justin Timberlake's press release, distancing himself from the whole thing. He must be feeling a right tit. You know, as a non-smoker, I like nothing more than going to a bar and getting my hair and my clothes full of other people's smoke. Apparently Americans aren't so keen, because right now more and more US states are banning smoking in bars. So some American smoking diehards are getting their nicotine hit with this. Nicotini. In this, well, shall we say generously sized bottle is straight vodka that's had tobacco leaves soaked in it. And its high nicotine content is actually causing a bit of a ruckus in the States. Nicotini is made exclusively by the Cathode Ray nightclub in Florida, where they serve it as a shot called a quick puff. Or they mix it with coffee liqueur for a temptingly named black lung. Now, there aren't any plans to import Nicotini into Australia, but if you're desperate, you could try drinking vodka out of an ashtray. And menthol smokers, just add a drop of creme de menthe. Yum. All right, let's see what a shot of Nicotini does for this week's Mondo movies.
Hey, what's a four-letter word for snatch?
Grab.
All right.
Stuck on You is the latest offering from the Something About Mary Farrelly brothers. It's also a welcome addition to that much-neglected film genre, the conjoined twin knockabout comedy.
We're not Siamese, we're American.
Matt Damon and Greg Kinnear put in stellar performances, but a real bonus here is having Cher play herself.
I'm hot! Do you hear me? I am hot. Look what it says here, Howard. Okay, who's hot, who's not? Cher, red hot.
And Cher's role got us wondering how other films fared when they let a singer do some acting.
This is how they shall remember me.
Between squeezing Brazilian supermodels, Mick Jagger has also squeezed in a couple of acting roles. An early one being Ned Kelly, a rather uneven film shot right here in Australia.
Train can't be long now. Have you got the rockets, Jack?
Here, Ned.
Now understand this. Tom Lloyd and all our loyal friends and supporters are waiting in the hills. That's the signal for them to join us. Do you understand?
Yes, Ned. Yes, Ned.
Mick's petulant performance and whiny brogue certainly took some of the shine off Australia's best-loved folk hero. A classic case of sympathy for the scriptwriter.
Shut up.
When Mulholland Drive director David Lynch filled his sprawling sci-fi epic Dune with unconvincing special effects, he probably didn't think the most unconvincing effect of all would turn out to be Sting. Dune itself was an expensive flop, but Sting's face acting went on to inspire a whole generation of American TV wrestlers. David Bowie is another singer who should probably give Hamlet a wide berth. Though he has given one credible performance in Nicholas Roeg's enigmatic and highly sexual film, The Man Who Fell to Earth, where he played an expressionless alien. David's detached performance as an alien was what they call in the business, not a stretch. If you happen to miss number 6 in the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare, you also missed a finely judged performance from Alice Cooper as Freddy Krueger's father.
You ready for it, boy? Now it's time to take your medicine.
Watching this, it's hard to believe no one had thought of casting Alice as a belt-wielding psychotic before.
You want to know the secret?
So really, it seems the best advice you can give a singer aspiring to an acting career is don't give up your day job. But look, you know, no, I like the shirt, and I know it's Geraldine Doogue's hand-me-downs. I don't have a problem with that. I do think it'd be better if we sort of cut it on the bias.
Amanda, what did you just say?
I said this shirt would be better if it was cut on the bias.
We don't say bias at the ABC anymore.
We don't?
No, we don't.
False alarm, everybody. Clear the set, please.
Graham, yeah. No. It was a false alarm. Bias is also a dressmaking term, apparently.
Are you ready, Amanda?
Oh, yeah. Well, time for Mondo Cheat Notes, where we regularly give you just enough information to bluff your way through a conversation and actually sound like you know what you're talking about. This week, all you need to know about Sofia Coppola. Now, Sofia just became the first American woman ever to be nominated for an Academy Award in directing. She's young, she's beautiful, she's talented. I say that without any bitterness or resentment. You might have seen her wonderful film Lost in Translation, but there's a lot more to know about Sofia Coppola, as you'll find out in this Mondo Cheat Note.
Action.
Start!
For relaxing times, make it Centauri time.
The critically acclaimed movie Lost in Translation is only the second feature from writer-director Sofia Coppola. So who is this woman and how did she become one of the most successful female directors in Hollywood? Sofia is the third child and only daughter of director Francis Ford Coppola. She grew up around movie sets and, thanks to her dad, appeared in a number of films including The Godfather Parts 1 and 2, The Outsiders, Rumblefish, The Cotton Club and Peggy Sue Got Married, all before she turned sweet 16.
Sure you will.
When she was 18, Sofia co-wrote Life Without Zoe with her father as part of the film New York Stories. This didn't go over well with critics, but that was nothing compared to what was to come. When Winona Ryder dropped out of The Godfather Part 3 at the last minute, Francis replaced her with Sofia. Sofia's comically wooden performance sparked ferocious criticism and earned her 2 Golden Raspberry Awards in 1990.
Dad?
Wisely, Sofia decided to put acting aside and pursue other interests. She enrolled in art school, dabbled in photography, set up a lucrative fashion label, Milk Fed, hung out with Madonna and starred in the Chemical Brothers video Electrobank, which was directed by her now ex-husband Spike Jonze.
Is this like a movie or something? What are you guys doing?
We're doing a TV show.
In 1994, Sofia tried her hand at TV hosting. But High Octane, a celebrity lifestyle show which she also co-created, was not a success. It lasted just 4 episodes.
Where else but in America do dreams like this come true?
But Sofia was about to find her true calling.
Can you believe they're going to let me drive that?
A short film about a clique of nasty schoolgirls, Lick the Star, was a turning point for Sofia. Considered the precursor to her first feature, it set the foundations for her unique filmmaking style. Around this time, Sofia also discovered a book which captivated her, Jeffrey Eugenides' story, The Virgin Suicides. Adapting the book into a script, Sofia recruited her dad as producer and cast Kathleen Turner, Josh Hartnett and Kirsten Dunst in the leads. It displayed Sofia's filmmaking sensibility, a romantic, dreamlike atmosphere where plot is less and attention to detail is more. The Virgin Suicides was a sleeper success, and with the release of her next film, she proved it was no fluke.
And the winner is Lost in Translation.
Her follow-up is currently the toast of Hollywood. The film has won 3 Golden Globes and has been nominated for 4 Academy Awards. And perhaps Sofia has celebrated her success with some wine from her dad's own vineyard, a bubbly, aptly named Sofia.
And if you'd like to know even more about Sofia, you'll find a few extra bits and pieces on the Mondo Thingo website at abc.net.au/Thingo. You know, I've always thought the Vatican was a fairly all-work sort of a place. But maybe it isn't, because a troupe of breakdancers were just there, spinning on their heads for the Pope himself. Oh, the poor thing probably thought he'd overdosed on his medication. But everyone loves to dance. Well, everyone except my husband. So I was pleased to discover there's now a new way of finding a dancing partner.
I'm Leslie, I'm a dancer, and in the last 3 years I've been dancing with this fabulous partner, Bobby. He's a bit of a ladies' man. But we work well, we have a good chemistry. This is my favourite costume, and Bobby just loves me in it.
Bobby! Bobby! Come on, Bobby! Yes! Come on, yeah, Bobby! Yes! Off we go! Good boy! Time to dance! Come on, quick!
The force
Good boy.
has got a lot of power. It makes me feel like that.
Leslie and Bobby are partners in what's called canine musical freestyle, or doggy dancing. It may look like what Lassie does on a night off, but it's actually a unique form of obedience training for dogs. Dog enthusiast Lucille Elam, seen here with her dancing partner Noah, was the person who first brought doggy dancing to Australia.
The first time I saw canine freestyle was in Memphis, Tennessee in '95. I was overwhelmed by it. The audience loved it, the dog loved it, and I believe that I needed to bring it back to Australia and start here.
Every week, a small group of devotees gather at Lucille's home to practice their routines.
I'm the main choreographer for our group.
Matthew, on the beat of the music.
There's a lot to it. You have to make sure that your choice of music is really good and suits the dog. That is so important. A lot of people make that mistake. You have to take into consideration the size of the dog, the size of the handler, and manoeuvre the steps.
Ride.
No, stop. That's not very nice. Let's go back and start again.
Now, did I do something wrong or did the dog do something?
The dog never does anything wrong, it's you.
Right. Good.
More shoulders forward, shoulders forward. That's it, yes. Okay, side now. And maybe you could do a turn at the end.
There are countless canine musical freestyle moves, but expanding a dog's dance repertoire isn't easy. After all, dogs do have two left feet.
Leg. Well, to start off, to teach the dog a trick, you have to make sure you've got the time and the energy, because it does take 42 days, roughly.
Are we ready?
So we'd put in a good,
Okay, we're going to
I'd
do
say
that.
24 hours a week.
We're just mad. We laugh at everybody's mistakes, and they're just a great bunch of people. Great.
What do I get out of doggy dancing? Just watching my dog's face. It's brilliant. His eyes light up. It's just a one-on-one, and when you finally get that trick under perfection, it's magic. It's brilliant. I love it.
Cup of tea, Amanda.
Oh, surely you read my mind. Thank you.
That'll be $2.50.
Oh, thanks.
You're not at Channel 7 now.
Intro music package, Amanda.
Oh. OK, thank you. Woody Allen once said, "I can't listen to that much Wagner. I start getting the urge to conquer Poland." So in the interests of world peace, I've made sure there's absolutely no Wagner at all in this week's Mondo Music.
Outkast just won 3 Grammys, including Best Album. But are they closet Paul McCartney fans? Possibly, and the Technicolor video for their single Hey Ya could be the proof. Hey Ya is hard to resist. The clip features one half of Outkast, Andre 3000, as every member of his band, The Love Below. The visual effect was tricky, and Andre had to act out the song a full 32 times to make it work. Despite high rotation play, Hey Ya still looks fresh and is remarkably unannoying. But is it original, or is Hey Ya actually a tribute to Paul McCartney? Phil Collins also multiplied himself for his 1982 video, You Can't Hurry Love. But we very much doubt Outkast were paying any kind of tribute to that one.
Well, that's just about all we have time for tonight, but I hope we've given you at least a couple of useless facts to dazzle your friends with. Now, before we go, an extra little something. Shows like Funniest Home Videos have been around for quite a while, but now there are signs they might be evolving. On one US home video TV show called What were they thinking? They actually bring people back in to explain and even reenact their incredible stupidity. It's an odd way to spend your 15 minutes of fame, but this rather confused hunter probably wouldn't get too many other offers. Listen as he explains how to make a deer lose its temper big time. Bye for now.
Once you've covered yourself in the animal waste, you then need to let the elk know you're there.
He started charging me, you know, running at me with his horns down. Then when he got up to me, he stood up on his hind legs. He got me down. You know, he really pounded me pretty good, you know, and stuff. And so I could think of those, man, great videos, you know. I looked for a tree to run up. When I was running, I figured, oh man, I'm going to get them horns right up my...
The state